So hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video on camera edition. I'm back on your screen. I keep pumping out these videos. Y'all better tune in, okay? You only get this face every so often on this channel. So today I wanted to talk about NBA star Angel Reese, and she talks a lot about how she does not like to be sexualized. And this has been kind of like a point of contention in her brand imagery versus what people may expect of her or maybe what she expects from other people. I think there is a little bit of nuance there. So recently, Angel Reese appeared on the show Wild 'N Out, and Wild 'N Out is like a sketch comedy show. I mean, it's not like sketch comedy like All That or Saturday Night Live. They do skits, they have fun. It's hosted and created by Nick Cannon, and it's a long-running show that's had me laughing since I was like in high school. I don't even remember when it came out, but it's been out for a long time. Eventually, once the show started to pick up, they would bring out celebrity guests. They've pretty much had every mainstream celebrity, athlete, influencer, social media person on their show, and Angel Reese was a recent guest. Angel Reese did cause a little bit of uproar when people saw exactly what she was wearing, and Angel wore this two-piece set. It's like a grayish blue. It's like this short set, and it's also long sleeve, and she's a tall girl like me. Angel Reese is 6'1", 6'2". I'm 5'10". I'm gonna start telling people I'm 6 foot though, because at this point the tall girls is in. Okay, shout out to everybody that's like 5'8" and up, but that notwithstanding, let's check out Angel Reese's outfit. And again, she's like in this two-piece set. I do think the outfit is cute, but I definitely don't think it's her size. She got her booty out, she got her moose knuckle showing, the accessories, the hair, the skin, just the overall presence. She looks beautiful as always. She's a very beautiful girl. But when she walked on stage, she had on like some Ugg boots, and pretty much what she had on was like boy short underwear. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is not because I want to shame Angel Reese or talk down on her, but I do want to call out a little bit of hypocrisy, because Angel Reese oftentimes has said that she doesn't want to be sexualized. She's often sexualized. And when she started becoming this big name basketball star, a lot of men were in her comments saying the most disgusting, heinous things about her body, what she was wearing. And no woman wants to feel that way. No woman wants to feel like there are like supreme eyes of weird, predatory, googly-eyed men just lusting after you in any way, because it is very uncomfortable. However, I do see why people are calling this out. So I've broken this video down into one overall main talking point. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So I'm going to first start off by playing a clip of Angel Reese in an interview. And this was about a year or two ago when her team, she played for the LSU Tigers. That was her basketball team in college, when they didn't make the Final Four to go to the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship. And, you know, it's devastating to lose, especially when you were the champion the previous year. So she didn't even make it to the finals. And this is what Angel had to say.
I don't really get to stand up for myself. I mean, I have great teammates. I have a great support system. I got my hometown. I got my family that stands up for me. I don't really get to speak out on things just because I just try to ignore, and I just try to stand strong. Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. Death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time. And I just try to stand strong for my teammates, because I don't want them to see me down and like not be there for them. So I just want them to always just know, like, I'm still a human. Like,
okay, so basically the context here is, again, her team didn't make it to the Final Four, so they were out of the running to become champions, and they were champions the year before this, and she's crying, and she definitely hones in on the fact that she hasn't had peace ever since she's been a champion. And one of the things she talks about is being sexualized. And I remember this was like a huge deal, a huge topic, where people were like, okay, she doesn't want to be sexualized. And I get that, because what woman who doesn't want to be sexualized and isn't putting forward content to be sexualized or consumed in a sexual nature, why would you want that upon yourself? So this is according to Scripps News, and it basically touches on the same situation where she made that statement after losing. And again, she said she doesn't get to stand up for herself. She said that she tries to stand strong. She's been through so much. She's been attacked so many times, death threats, she's been sexualized. So basically, Angel has said in interviews and podcasts, obviously in that interview, that she does not like to be sexualized. However, I love Angel Reese. I think she's a great basketball player. I've defended her before. I do think she plays into the sexualization of herself, and that's why people are calling her out and calling her a hypocrite. So once I saw that video of her going to the Wild 'N Out show, I was like, okay, girl, I have to stand for something here. And if I just did a video a few days ago saying that I think it's crazy that a lot of women are walking around in what they think are shorts that are really underwear, panty boy shorts, and calling them shorts when your whole butt is hanging out to a public crowd, let's be honest here. You may call it misogynistic, but if you're going to have your private parts hanging out and I'm going to view them, I'm I'm not viewing them in a moral manner. I'm not viewing them in an honest manner. I'm not viewing them in a godly manner. I'm viewing them in a sexualized manner. That doesn't mean that I should sexualize you. Nobody should. However, the way how I'm going to view it as a woman or even as a man is in a sexualized manner. Some people may feel like that's a little bit up for debate, but I think it is cut and dry. There's a little bit of gray area with when you're doing it on purpose or when you're doing it unintentionally. Unintentionally are things like bikini pictures. Although bikini pictures can be sexy because you're wearing like the least amount of clothes you're ever going to post to the public. When I go to the beach, just because I'm around people with bikinis on, I'm not necessarily sexualizing them because there is a time and place for everything. I don't think the Wild 'N Out show was a time for her to have this high horse of I don't want to be sexualized, but then get on that show and that platform that's going to be viewed by millions of people, and they also have a live audience and wear that outfit. So I think her campaign is a little bit skewed because at the end of the day, yes, nobody should be giving you unwarranted sexual contact or sexual comments because you didn't ask for them. But essentially there is that double-edged sword of asking for them when you put yourself out there in certain ways. Now, I was just looking at that clip, but then I was like, okay, let me not just speak on this one thing, because if it's a one-time thing, maybe it could have been an accident, or maybe I'm judging her too harshly. But I went and I said, let me look at the rest of her stuff. So I went and saw this video as well, and it's of Angel Reese. I think she's walking into an event. I'm not sure. She's in a parking lot. She knows she's being recorded. She knows what she has on. She has on like these cheetah biker shorts, and she has on like a black thong, and they're very much see-through. And it's not like the video was taken by accident or, you know, she didn't post it. She posted it herself from that angle, from the back, with a thong on, with your bare butt cheeks basically showing, and you expect people not to sexualize you. I have to be honest with you. I love Angel, but no, okay? Like, because no, like absolutely because no. You can't dictate how people view you. You can try your best to maintain a reputation and stand for something. However, when you post stuff like this, you're giving people ammunition to view you in that light. And I know what people like to say. It's like, oh, well, we should respect women and we don't have to always look at women as sexual figures. However, I think Angel Reese is a celebrity now, and she ties herself to certain types of celebrities who also admittedly, or even not admittedly, but just casually and intentionally sexualize themselves. One of her friends in the industry is rapper Lotto, and Lotto has never once said like nobody should sexualize me or I'm not a sexy person, so don't look at me that way, because Lotto knows exactly what she's selling. I've heard Lotto say in a song like, I don't know if these girls are selling sex. Well, Lotto, you're also selling sex. Maybe you're not full-blown selling poom poom, but you are selling sex appeal. So I do think it is a bit hypocritical. There were other videos that I saw of Angel Reese, and I actually was shocked. There was one of her in like a brown jumpsuit. It's very sheer, very see-through, and she like pulls her pants up in the camera and you could basically see moose knuckle. And I'm just like, yeah, you know where people's eyes are going. Like, we can try to chop it down to gender, but I feel like both men and women of a certain age, whether you're a teenager, in your 20s, or in your 50s and beyond, your eyes are going to go somewhere that they're not supposed to, because it is a little bit of a shock to people when we're seeing things that we really shouldn't be seeing. Hence why they're called privates. Oh my God. Let me see. That was good. Oh my God. Let me see. That was good. Oh my God. Let me see. That was good. So there was other content that I saw of her sexualizing herself. I don't think a bikini picture is really that bad, but she does play into being pretty, being sexy, being lusted after, and I think she should just be honest about that. I do think there is room for growth, because she made that statement about a year or two ago when she didn't win. So it's like, yeah, maybe at that time you weren't playing into it, but now you definitely do. And I think she's a young woman, she's growing, so her opinions on how she views herself and how she wants people to view herself, they do evolve and change, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't ask for people to not sexualize you when you play directly into it. It's one thing to be sexy, but there's also crossing that line. And when I see bare bottom, when I see nipples, when I see pretty much a thong and nothing else, that is definitely passing the lines on what is considered sexy and what is considered raunchy. Now, there is another point that I want to bring up, and I feel like it's this because I resonate with this. Angel Reese is 6'1". She's a big girl, and not big in size, but her height, she's tall. So that outfit in particular, maybe if she was 7 inches shorter, it would have never fit that way. But when you're tall and you're lanky, or you're long, or you just have longer limbs, a lot of stuff that people make, it's going to fit like that. I've seen a lot of cute pieces online, but it's like I never want to buy them because I know it's going to be jump up. I'm gonna be ready for the flood, or it's not going to reach all the way down on my wrist. It's going to stop right here. And it is very frustrating that us tall girls, we can never get clothes that are made long enough. And I've said this before, they should make things just longer, and then the short girls are like, no, then our stuff is going to be dragging. But it's easier to hem long jeans versus them not even reaching the floor, and you're sitting there looking like you're really prepared for the flood. So I feel like with her height, that outfit obviously wasn't going to size her right, but she has the money and the resources to custom tailor an outfit that fits her in a more appropriate way. But the second half to what I'm saying is, I feel like when you're a tall girl, oftentimes you're equated to being masculine. No matter how pretty you are, no matter how feminine you are, no matter how girly you are, even when your favorite color is pink like mine. The amount of times that I was called Joanna Man, the amount of times people call me Shaq, the amount of times people call me Walking Tower, Twin Tower, oh, I bet you can dunk, oh, why don't you play basketball? I actually have a trauma from basketball. I've never played basketball a day in my life outside of gym class and just having fun with my friends. The reason why I did not play basketball is because it was so expected of me as a tall girl, and people equated being an athlete or playing basketball to something a little bit more masculine. And because I got bullied a lot for that, I just completely wanted nothing to do with it. Hell, I could have been Angel Reese before Angel Reese, but we're never gonna know because I had so much trauma for what people expected of me. And I knew I wanted to be girly and I was feminine. I was more into, like, you know, certain girly things, that I chose modeling as another tall girl sport versus basketball. So I think it's safe to say that growing up, Angel Reese, regardless of her beauty, her talent, was oftentimes equated to something masculine because of her height. And I think once you become a woman and you're on your own and you know exactly who you are and you are in that feminine era, that soft girl era per se, you do want to up the ante on your feminism. And I think it comes off kind of forced, but not in a bad way. But there is this push and this like actual effort to somewhat prove to people that you are a girly girl, because she wears a lot of cute stuff. She's in skirts, she's in shorts, she's in purses. I know she has like some fashion sponsorships because she's literally the Bayou Barbie. That's what they called her when she played for LSU. And I love that for her because oftentimes we don't get to see those taller women who are 5'9", 5'10", 6'1", 6'4" in a feminine light. And I grew up with that trauma. I grew up feeling like the clothes don't ever fit right. Everybody expects me to play basketball. People think that I'm a man. People make fun of me because of my height. So I see why she has a little bit more of a push that sexiness. But I do think when you stand on not wanting to be sexualized, you can't play into it either. She definitely sexualizes herself. And had she not made that statement, maybe people wouldn't be coming for her head. But with Angel, I think her thing is she plays heavily into it as if a female rapper would. Obviously, she's a basketball player. We know that. But although she's cute and some of the outfits are cute and I like her look, I like who she is, I like her presence in women's sports, we're gonna get sexualized anyway, right? So if we wear a turtleneck with a floor-length skirt, we're gonna get sexualized regardless. And there's a difference between when something is like tight versus something revealing. You could wear that same exact outfit, but if it was long pants, that's tight, but it's not super revealing. But she revealed herself, and I think that's where the line is drawn. As women, it does really suck how much we are sexualized, even for doing the littlest things. However, when we play into them, we're giving ammunition to the same things that we don't want. So I feel like in this case, that's why people are saying that Angel Reese is a hypocrite. I feel as though maybe she doesn't care at this point. She's now graduated college, she has money, she has sponsorships, so she's gonna play up her girliness, and I'm all for that. However, Angel, you definitely sexualize yourself, and I just ask her to be careful as to how much she plays into it. The last thing I'll say is, I myself am a hypocrite, okay? I don't like overt sexualism to the point where I can see private parts or all I'm hearing about is just nasty, raunchy, sexual content, whether it's music or what girls talk about or even watching shows like Baddies. I just don't care for it at this part of my life. At one point, it didn't bother me. I thought it was cute, but the older I've gotten, I just don't care. So 3 years ago when I dropped my song Ballin', and I'm in this outfit where it's pretty revealing. Although yes, I have said the outfit was never supposed to look like that. If I had gained weight, I never tried on the outfit. I got the outfit the day before the video shoot, put it on, and that's what it gave. I could have just said, hey, you know what? I'm coming in hoodie, sweatpants, sneakers, and called it a day. But you know, I paid a lot of money for the outfit to be custom made, and that's how it came. It still was very hypocritical for me to sit up here on this YouTube and say a lot of the girls are showing too much. They're doing too much. Everything they do is sexual content and also play into it. So Angel, if I can call myself out, but also make the corrections to not make that mistake, I'm gonna call you out too, even though I like you. I just say be very careful with the type of reputation and the type of visual imagery you give to the public, because once you put it all out there, you can never get it back. So that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please let me know your commentary on my commentary down below. What do you think? What do you know? Let me know. If you haven't already, make sure you guys check out my vlog channel. The link is pinned down below. Check me out on my personal life, okay? I'm gonna have more for y'all, of course, as always. And last but not least, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.
Cinderella, yeah, call me Bella. Say I look stellar, tu me fais bêta. Ils sont jealous. Des mon père from my left side. J'ai regardé, je ne vois pas no other man. Number one, Papa, you know you're my only one. 2 times 2, buy me everything under the sun. Toi, c'est moi, bisous on my body, love that. Yeah, we had tough times, can we rise above that? Your smile's my weakness. always give me releases. It do my day be increasing. It daily bless me like sneezes. I talk